Mechanic Yakwa Bansem. And Yakwa Bansem, Yaya brother, Mr. Pius Squatchy, a chairman one, and the Aqua Bansem Betuja Bayeti, Yafas of Welshia.
Jama Obibia Aquaba. Mejina Namasofu Penny and any asofwa ewo kumase archdiocese na mama ye nyina ye ho akwaaba ene dwumadi titiro ene se ye hwe parish bia obia ete ne media ye nyina ye anso ene ye bo Nyankopon sempa no dawu na ebe hia se ejuma ya fa atu e mufi ehun cheche ene bibi e wo bia eyese etimi egun obia e bo no moden e wo ne parish na enema ni bi so ho no ma to social media de so a eno nso enye calling live na let say eno roman for penesa but enem ni ma ye ni ntino baby bia na e dia to straight away eno kan ho bi e na ye hia mu e wo ha diocese ne nso no CAK TV ye ntimi nko parish bia enko parish bia ebia na na so pon baby ebi nso na ntimi nso foforo e wo parish bi enti shia mu wahano no yenwie ye dwumadie no ebre bi beba anase after program we no time bia ye information our parish bia no we need to get it from you because baako for nani ne sa intimi kata Nyankopon wani enti ye fa ne se Good Friday a etwa koye parish bia is Stations of the Cross obia wo teaching so ye wudi the Easter no partisan said yemkoa yentumi emfa enonkoa enkonti no ene ato yensa afremo enti ye koye nim no Pentecost ewo ye nim enti Pentecost Sunday obia odumadi a we get the credit yemkoa yentumi nkoma bia enti eyadwuma sese yenna ye CAK TV members yenna ye CAK TV members enso ebibedi no parish ebibedi na naso mwachi ebi nso beko outdoor programs society dia ekokoso ya enti ebia no na chese etinye nya report na ma the diocese no se pin to from bia ya ye yate ebie asori dem ese edu consecration time a hona asori focus ewo but we see say the media people no na was switch camera no everywhere say we Roman here the rituals niema inyai ba ene no the power mountain so a edipa mayu how rich the current churches enti ye wo niema bebebe wo ye nima de besua but enye ne enkoa emre bi beba we will call for another meeting and also ebi a ba the best set cameras ye the machines beba na bia say the streaming no any bibia no da kire because obi o wa the parish afei no must start here your phone and no money start here but eko eni na cameras eni ne meba be kan ho so wo nya say ni die no sebe ya omunso mo wachi no obeti ya twere bi e ma ne koye one man show anya se wa ma sori a ye timi tumi enti ya ye de be ma mo ha no na mo nso mo de aba ko ma media team ni nyina no enti dwumadie no e doso yɛma no ɛbɛsi ha sɛ bɛyɛ a yɛbɛtoa so. Christ asomdwie ɛnka yɛ nyinaa.
Chairman, one year there was one made one cry for a mammy because what happened possible any welcome me now to see a bear back. And why is so much? And see, the better you can cry, they are trying to get one son. I go the next activity is to DJ money flow. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Bepacho, say ye say ye cheap pepe. Ube se door be upia right. And when I wash you, tis up as a we now alcohol. Please, at our back, the first door on your right as you are leaving is the washroom. If you want to ease yourself, please don't hesitate to make use of it. Thank you so much. Pacho enche, you say yenana, you didn't want this. On a point, so what you can say traffic linear ability or when you are director it's a watching wine so next on our program is to hear the voice of our guest speaker, Mrs. Beatrice Program.
Interactive. Now, but my name teaching. Free to be very bad, man. Say the country more simple. And to your own teaching, oh, mammy, would not be cycle to be there was a say, but yeah, was a country for the day, and a better, but a very more cheap. 7 years old, one. When your question and will be somehow, then she can't grow food tea of her, but she didn't say, I mean, I'm getting 19 years. I'm going to buy she knew how much or you have to say, oh, we have to home. Come in, she and see, I can't figure out. Okay. And then, getting some travel. Pay mana, more, any day, me, getting a journalist. Because I say, I was to use the CBD, citizen journalism. That time, no social media, young by a abbey. Two numbers and no one can phone can crack. No, I TV3 will be near Fernal. I report. It's a blue baby, you near reporter or any string or not in the phone. No teacher. No, I send Yammy, no use me accrediting if I promise attack. And every time you away from St. Michael's Parish Championship. That's one baby on the woman. All right. And then I'm here to kakra as technology advancing and the social media. Also say a year traditional media. Social media now and also. But when traditional media is traditional media. If I move social media so proper, so I show TV3 I can now. Or so I share only a joy. The joy I can, like I say, I have 7 a do. You see, your or parish, Any day, many are very so air or the parish, more or less a journalism work. And by the nature of journalism work, we are guided by ethics and principles. Yawuye biya social man share be na woye. So we to beat mass media. Mass media need to say here TV3 or broadcast here, millions of people watch. So all the social media as well, a lot of people are also watching. So you are serving the mass media. So Michelle media make it to a binary make myself binary to be starter and not they won't consider that as serving the mass media. If you don't know ethics here, share and guiding, you get it. A time I'll never first said member Casano. The catcher say every very or not be and I be but for acknowledging me that me a Roman, Nanyamia, Gaia, money group and so be. Now my first member Casano, and your family, and so whatever it is, I'll try and make time. The CM is not here, actually, program. I have to be there at my FM. And I said, sadly, she be Roman man, your home, so and when was when I mean to go until Sunday back, and we kind of share, Airposwa, Indiana, yes, she was 7 months, one, and much on the same year, we respect him. But India, so I know we can credit you so. Actually, let's never cry but the time, and we go. Maybe some never say, and then I make a sound found because abroad, if I said, communicators, a lot of things they will say, you can't see for me to be specific, I will say, wait a minute, I decide, or say ethics in communication. And in social media, also a responsible content, a cry, a share. Say you can't ethics, in she will know I give you a why I say, me bought a casumua, a bonny, and I me bought sister sumua, a bonny. And I said, me can't some way if I Obaba couldn't say, Obaba couldn't Margaret, yes, me bought Margaret a sumua, and I me check Margaret a year, a year. And I said, check coffee, obi the coffee, red coffee. Me check coffee here. So basically, ethics is just what guides us to know that this is right or this is wrong. So when it comes to the journalism profession, we are guided by ethics. There are about 6 of them. Whatever you are doing, whether you are sharing on social media, whether you are sharing on your church's social media platform, whatever it is, ask yourself that, am I meeting the standard of journalism, ethical standard? And your one question, whatever, you should ask yourself first, ethical communication. So, what should be the free now? You ask yourself, say, Sunday, St. Michael's and St. Martin post now, the idea control your social media page. Why should I be worrying about the ethics? I said, once you are serving some form of mass media, you are doing journalism work. And in that principle, you are guided by those ethics. So the first thing, Bible cries, so say, the truth shall set you free. John 8:32. And in the form also setting ethics for media working, you only need no true say. Adiana make a post. Maybe I sorry the other said, oh, say father preaching and they go to the social media page. Then no and maybe but I know say some of you if you are not paid and yet I sorry to make you one or the 2. But for your page to be active to get the eyeballs, then the 8 open content if free baby. Now we are 2. But how sure are you say again I only got to run a correct? So whatever you are going to put on that page of yours now, if my child verify to you say it is the truth, because the Bible charges us that we should be truthful in whatever we say. It's every year the first ethical code guiding the work that we have to do. Accuracy. Bravo espa yani no correct truth no but then we are in a world of misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is there. I am not intentional. I said, oh, can't seven na over sure a tabu, one sure a tabu. You've misinformed, but then you're so harmful to the patrona. What misinform me and I say, what I'm going to do you. But misinformation is there. Some may my gain as some are sorry pan, my board, it's not saying if I go to my baby, and cast my guitar faith. I dare my year and you no credit. And I said, me percent me hectic my guitar. No man can be a shot, I give you, and they share Maggie with the intent to hurt him. So, but you see differences now. Misinformation, not yet. You can slip, and most of us we do once a while we do. But this, the I said, preconceived mind to hurt somebody, to destroy somebody's image. And for you to be accurate as Catholic media communicators or whatever we are doing, we should be accurate in whatever information that we share on the platforms. So be sure. One thing I make per say, over show begin now with in that could be in your parish. To be sure of how the person spells his name or her name, it is not wrong to go to the person and say that, oh, say, Pacho, Dini is saying, can you spell for me? Boachi, the D Boachi. When you're grabbing there, 3 different types of how people spell their Boachi. Maybe Beatrice, or Beatrice with an S, like this. Obisu Chong with C, not to end it. And say, one by my parish, if you are Father Fred, the Penibia, my talk be, Mother's Day, Ebebe, Yaye Bibi, may I friend people for me, so my talk be. Don't just say that. If I see a friend Angela, you assume that the Angela we know, Sana, yet truly get the correct name spelled or written for you, right designation, so that you post it on page this one. You are very accurate, say, the person you show the and what they actually any fairness. When the other more to yen, I walk into the field of mainstream journalism now. But I'm sharing it with you because you never know. Maybe from here you graduate into mainstream journalism. You have to be fair, especially when again involving the family one. So again involving the family, and here me bitches in one here because of the relationship you have with me. Now which I could fear, now which I am. Meanwhile, at the end of but what my bitches in one casa without giving fair opportunity to Yao Anakovi or whoever the third person or the second person is now, or also to have his or her say. It is fair and right that you'll say yes, I did. And I did our co-post yen page bo me kan yen because it's yen na yen page bo. Are you responsible enough for it? So what the idea to what impact do you want to get? What impact? The idea what you are to say and the social media will be soon. We think that gives us the eyeball, so will be soon in that the stress moment. That is what we post. It is wrong. Obiawo stater or platform to the lowest level. Last 2 weeks, last 2-3 weeks, I was at my lowest level. So imagine say you are sorry. Na me kind bibia na etrigger me na misu. Na cabbage na ho. No say, bitch say niasi nisuo nie. You don't know why misu. Na who chat because so saw the control one on obi don't say na bitches wosu. Why do you do that? Me bedwe wa me ntiase obi be wi ya. You can call my sometimes because you want people to be talking about it and all those things, but put yourself in that situation that if it were your mom, if it were your dad, if it were you yourself, would you want the world to see you at that your low state? And see, whatever we do, we should put ourselves in the shoes of whoever that say there, burial mass was sorry. Mamini esu neni manu esu nema esu. You want to get it, but I don't see why we should post that. Maybe the Papa in her solemn, quiet moments, not you can picture that, but not when mass now. Because of that emotional state the person is in, then we think that it is good for us to show when that person is in his or a low state. I am sorry then, burial mass is whatever. It's mucha. What they are control. If you are wow content, but content you are resharing or reposting it from someone else's content. Ask yourself, say, am I being responsible? You get it? So I don't Facebook is doing well. Say, what did you have violent nature? Why we page the crowd? Let's strike you. It's no me as a single page now design and but whatever we are putting on our social media, we should be responsible and ask ourselves, say, is it going to make that person more human or dehumanize the person? The pastor said it's a honest because and then bloggers and in saying why he is so responsible that he posted naked because blogger be over money the answer say you go baby na say you baby no phone issue program of boy in na we na say you na say ye ntwa oba na no phone show you sorry for the I'm fair crowd but I'm just passing you through that and my be or a platform so dehumanizing people. Say I'm see CAK. We should be guided by truth, accuracy, fairness, and why papa. And we have a lot of challenges in SWAT. Fake news in it fake AI grab na chese awapa we ye nene obetimi asesa matade ya bigina he ya bigina he na go post pa say na yes a friend some man make sakran chedi nuano communicators were sorry proud pa say na you make a good she make a be say na chiri na say na you get it. Fake news abound, but in whatever we are doing as church communicators trying to promote our church, we should not be seen to be promoting fake news. We should not be seen to be promoting fake news. Abraham, Chairman Ekasanoka Bibi or say, we have a lot of rituals in our church which makes unshakable, no matter what it is, unshakable. Ebia, you feel that, oh, baby, now said you'll be a shatter, you assume and presume that a Roman, no one can post it. Abra, any Roman, me, track and it's what will content be? Now you think that, oh, wait, you're good. Oh, share. You need to verify. Oh, we are a parish priest. Just check that, oh, people, we won't be doing. How do you see it? Sorry, no, a baby in it, and I will share. Because when the Roman so can trendy a trendy no, because I am who some more paid than Sunday. I say, no, am I name my own pine, Emma, and go for a as a church. So we should be very, very careful with fake news. And I'm a kind pressure to be the first to post something because of the eyeballs, the likes, and the rest. You know, I don't know who you know. Check it. No, give me cutting. Not the alcohol. We didn't cutting. Not the alcohol. I say, hey, St. Michael's for your home page 1 pound. Oh, we not like so. Now likes, Papa dear. And now clicks no, and clicks, Papa dear. It is good for you to post something which is credible, not get anybody to like it. And for you to post BBR, a fake. Now, when you 10K likes within a minute or two. One why it would get shall man shall post the idea of who said, and you good. Now, Obian like you cry in your mind, you know, say, you are doing well. If you are making say, your journalism, who are you listen? Yeah, said you, you try to do what is right. Because when you try to do what is right, you start opening your beard. Now, you never check. No more would you agree to no more. Oh, say, I didn't or call you cry. But you don't have to let that put pressure on you. Say, because we're here now, you put it in the same, you also want to do same. So don't be chasing the clicks and the eyeballs and the pressure that also social media, what you activate, you know, be here, say, you know, what they call. Somebody can say, code of ethics, and I say ethics in journalism, no, what guides us, and the number one of it is truth. So, in all that I have said today, said, oh, the posting the first thing you ask yourself is, again, it's a yellow crane. Again, I'm a day to be a yellow crane. And I may come forth a, say, Catholic perspective on communication. Whatever we are doing, we should use our communication to promote truth, peace, justice, and human dignity. We are a social media page for no create and ready. Enfa asumdue enfa wo wasam na wo ko posti wo bono enkonkon fa wontwi bi meda Roma asori eni opambo asori e pa so se ati na ye di Roma asem no mo sundi omo opambo asem to promote peaceful coexistence emi enfa ye bibia ye ko posti wo bo enkonkon fa wontwi embeda yen eni for enter Archbishop wa you so ka so be kan any people 45 communicating as Catholic communicators, we should always try to promote truthfulness, peace, justice for people, justice for the vulnerable. You pay your ye enye but then I'm say obia said your yentimi kantino. Now someone say, oh, you're in a pa, oh, ye or bonus pa, nay. No matter what it is, the Panobona soon say, yeah, irrespective of who he is or who she is. And yet, it's even positive or one idea, they promote justice. Through that, no, we should say, I don't want for communicators, no social media, only the other corner, and Yama, attending some Kwana, Yakao, Yako beer. Because human dignity here, and as I say, so we should always ensure that whatever we are doing, whatever we are posting, in platforms, in our soul, promote the dignity of human beings. Idea a bit sleeping when you so. Idea everybody panic after shame and most and it's me, I go on crowd or me again. You get it? Ebia, you program. Any day one, you may be disabled. Or try say over 4 stairs. Now I'm behind you see. You know the person is struggling. So over 4 stairs. You watch your camera. Now pay area for me. Ouch! It's area for me, but pay area for me. Sometimes I don't even want to look. Because oh shower mo now. Said you not the a draw home massive. And you know, if you can't help him or her, some of us there's no, oh, one and afra, Miss Joe and she will phone and Joe camera, and from Chakai now, all struggle say, all for the other hand. Now the papa or two, ye page book. What dehumanizing? If much was here, says, these are all some of the things that all say, ye man, you. And then defilements this time and the kind would be here for 2 man. Social media, Facebook especially, or more make sure you cry, strike you up into me and what the prophet so hard for 1 who himself of now control, won't make trouble for who be a tip of 4 1 sorry. No one trouble, make I sometime be no more show be. They asked me that, oh, you see a show me. How do we go about it? Sebio, Yemichna, they were editor. May yet story. May editor the room. You can't cry. Oh, there are series of channels. We don't know it all. Say your men so. They want Sebio, Brown, make sure also your stories on the brain, Mammy Michelle. Utia. Now correct one. Eh, now some of our boys say, oh, me cocaine. Until you grab a crew said, oh boy, yeah, we make mistakes. It's very mature. Whatever we are posting, we'll follow 10, 16, as if for you, you make sure, say, it's so, it's so prepared, it's me, they say, we are the voices of conscience. Enra, and 3 days, Enra. Now, somebody will be sharing no friend in school. And then my sorry media team, your training can create it was now Roman first who media team. As for this, I was like, I'm very proud we are saying, and Roman for what we know, when you say maybe a Pentecost for ICGC time for following and I say, oh, ICGC media team number no one time. You've seen you good time, you've seen a Roman for media team, and you're not proud of yourselves. You should be proud of yourselves. When you say, if you are a chance here, and you're meant to be here as we wanted. It's not a man come and but you are off record. Make use of it and do well with the little that you have. And in so doing, you know, and no shame paying for we cry, we pick it away our way. And a moment, I saw anything, and through that, now, my boy, like I was saying, it's me, I've what I'm sorry, I was sure. Christ, the super, unkind. Amen.
With a hand of applause, please continue.
Applause for the Mama Beatles.
Please continue, don't stop. Thank you, please be seated. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you earlier, we are and the director of CAK Media, Reverend Father Emmanuel, thank you. Director Afaba. So please, question time. Anybody with a question, please feel free. Any language, can be English, it can be Twi. We are blending the two.
Please, I would like to ask, you were saying that when someone is crying in the church, you shouldn't take a video of it. Let's say a choir, they are singing a song, and it has touched. So can we take that one to the media, or should we take that one?
So when you post your TikTok, would you say that well for the children, na homeless sanya when you
No.
Would you give that description? No. You are not there to tell who is viewing that content at that moment. And you waiting and if a problem. But you told you my you'll be there so maybe by a car sorry the Asadia Mesa. And to me, sir, would you know who the chairman of fellow court will be on say, you will roam as right there I preaching and I'll call for you and I am then a mesa. But to say in my no moment. Maybe I had 2 young be. Now, and you know, I can't be out be an pain, be not with your ace, and now you go and post that one. Oh, maybe I said, not another bitch is there, here. Bravo, who do you want what the chef said? And you know, can't bitches, anyhow be, and I know also. But when I'm dancing, me, handkerchief, did that kind of thing. Obianim said, she's in a joyful mood, he's in a joyful mood. We should try to promote what people see and makes them happy. Than content people also people on social media they the stress so you get it. It's so supposed to be and increasing the stress level. We are not helping. But any partner is sat and also make me also happy. So we should try and do that more than a reward you. Why?
My sister, thanks very much. Like us up, a lot of things. You are taking notes, you know, you're the benchmark. You talk about dehumanization. Say, the key emphasis in the movie, fruit, you know, to me, nonsense, for your fire camera, me, I could try at all. And I'm just saying, let's take it in an environment, a situation, say, parish at the war, if we lack some basic infrastructural amenities, if we are gutted with a baby, and I said, yeah, 3 points, you know, steps, but there is this person, elderly, and I said, sick, or you see wheelchair, and ever. The church council have failed. I know, say, can see your baby, if you are wheelchair or ever. Now, I want to know if it is dehumanizing. Sebefa camera, papa air bread or tiso, not a channel the gabeto, no my man, it's similar to the minion beside my man caption with the intention say ABR. I sorry penny for and I say I sorry baby at the full people be home. Now my baby in that situation, the media that content, so you still classify it as dehumanizing.
Very dehumanizing and shameful. Discrediting the church, shaming the church, doing everything to the church.
It didn't go out on our church platform.
Do you know where that content will land?
In our homes.
Not on your homes. Not in our homes. The moment you post something on a public space, you can't guarantee where that thing will land. And see, say you are sorry. Not Papa Neighbor sorry. Well, what's a real change? Maybe I'm not be a piano. I don't think that one humanizing. You get it? But with the intention, say, a crying yet, ya can't be father steady walk, father steady walk, father steady walk. Now, who call you? Now, also, they are called to a sorry ye page for one. Yeah, I am your page holding in a year, sorry to say, you will see that sorry. And your couple to baby. The first thing that people will say is that Roma, sorry, parents, multimedia, baby, I said you obi ye disabled e ba obefa ben asori bi eni ki ogu nani mu ase first asana ba wo local church go enti se kwa ya kan na se emfa enya sa video na ye ko post na e ba be boy moa in your moa kakra na kwa bi e wetimi aye so ka wo se bia no bi wa so ko betimi abo enti aso ye no mo betimi abo go and speak to people in the church you think they can help no mo moa na yenye baby a persons with disability and am paying for back they will have some ease of movement but don't say oh they got to page no so na it's not be one be now akoma efe one
the crowd so ibisana and also especially
okay so you can take that video as your project.
Okay.
You don't need to share it on any public space.
Okay.
Ni pass me si nipa ba ko mienu. Go to the person one on one. Mr. I'm sorry. Ya kwan na pay for pass over enye. Ni bisa wada Roma. Wetin ya my cement 2 bags. Wetin ya my chippings bi. Can you help? There are some people come so mo boya mo person be no bi akra. So you just show the video to the person. But be warned, who posted here? Well, we anymore as a patcho. You should be watchful of what that's.
Thank you so much.
My name is Ade Thomas, St. Joseph Parish, Pamplona. But the name I use on TikTok is Sekele. Sekele. Kele. K-E-L-E. Sekele. Yes, please. The question in the car now, I think my brother was saying something about say who post videos via abuse. What I've seen so far is sometimes a video now we post is speaking and communicating to others. Until maybe finally say it started from somewhere and I'm posting a rich baby sadness number. It can also advise someone based on the car, maybe I'm starting free, you know. If that person will go to the same situation now, waiting actually why they everyone. So I think that side has a positive and negative if you are posting such videos.
You are posting it series part 1, part 2, part 3 and
for example, if you are a bonfire and you are starting a worship, and I'm picking from worship, now go to a do stage via deeply, you know, feelings as a when you atmosphere now, action now, the person who watch it from the onset to know see starting from one and go stage and 2. Maybe I can say yes, I am positive. You see, you know, I should use positive. Let me use negative. When it's my emotion, they reach stage be also. It's a basara work with different person to go away and say, okay, the people way, you know, and I reach this stage. It means so I shouldn't repeat the same issue. Instead of being famous, people could do that stage. So that's why I said he has it positive.
yes, whatever we do, no, you're positive and negative. But you should also know, say, content be anyone man, that same one person following you through to the end. You get it? It's not sometimes news you cry, you repeat it. It's me, I can't pass this news. Me and Pepper come here, Ruby. Me and the other can't be news because we know, say, we missed some people in the morning. I ever shower area. Me and Sia pick back come here, Ruby, near the call anywhere. You can't get somebody listening from an past 6 now to a 6. You miss some people at a point during the broadcast or publishing of the story. It's all we're posting back home. You start here. I for no to know home ne pick, home ne pick. Nah, I was said me quiet man. I was said me quiet man. It's no during who promote you or who post start getting at a point in time I went offline. My quiet man. And you remember me buy me buy kill it and I get it. Say. Me ba page for content go on 10 8 12. You think I have the luxury to go through PR 1 2 3 4 5 to the last point? No, I will pick and choose. And see, whatever it is, let's just keep it in our mind that I'm saying, say, idea Pia, a dehumanizing panel, we should try and avoid it. Because, so who's me, I'm posting again, me to make my descriptive again and think that, yeah, why now will read it and get it said. This is what made me shed tears, yeah. That shedding of tears side, will be struggle, the sad moments, those things, we should cut it. Yeah, money penny chair, or be shy, it's me, inspire, when you deal with Yamimuna, and won't sorry when Yamimu. We should do that. And not touch me on Miss Swan. Mama Miss Swan, and no man touching me on Miss Swan, and my social media obey. All right.
Sister,
yes,
second question. Is what's our say communication and to promote coexistence. For example, you cited one pastor as an example in the Catholic Church, and we being the Catholic bloggers, once you do parish page, said young as me the Catholic in school. And see, for example, now you can say, will be more punches about the Catholic Church. Which man reply, which man feedback. Is it good to do that?
You are giving the feedback in your capacity as what?
As a member of the Catholic Church.
No, dependent on what the person is saying. It is good to speak to Father. Now, on normal relevant responses are sorry no idea too. Now you have to post it because only power wanna drink pop. So what be your boneno? Masa, what be drag you one also would mean now. But in say you're so funny here, even with them crowd, they even know who has to speak and who shouldn't speak. Exactly. And see, yeah, I'm attacking the sorry no, I'm attacking the but it is not for us to banter with them. You get it? And yeah, again I won't go candidate. You are very sure that see you call Ash Wednesday near the ash. Yeah, forehead. That's one in your spirit, body, soul, whatever you know. Say in your shred here. And you can dedicate to the person. But whatever you are doing, there should be a limit. At the point you ignore the person or you seek for further information, then you go and post it there. At that one, you are getting information from authority. So I say, this idea, get the one or two say, or too many you may expose yourself and also put the church in sunlight. If I just what I say. And now you are not so clear.
I'm okay with that side. And again, some of Pastor, you see them posting videos or commenting negative about the church. How you remember? I mean, what we say.
Well, who be what?
I've not seen some.
Etina, Chairman Kasano can say at the end of this workshop, you have a CAK media members. Checks and balances. When the one you also a Roman, you're Roman in the way, I'm sorry, no sorry, and I hope because you will say you're Roman, you papa bia or your blogger, or your Roman in some training, or be a bibia, a book. I'm sorry, no fee. Say you be a year tomorrow won't pull. Some of us are might look off. Maybe a year tomorrow won't cry. Hit 9 you said there are some things that we don't have a perfect world. So I don't expect to be a year tomorrow to be perfect. But me mention bedroom pana, me denigrate media journal, Akuma FM. Na boso me swan. Na expect so me Jamaica, and I do that no pa. My father assign me some equipment. What conscience do we have? And she say, we na one media platform so as chairman is saying now. You know those who are doing those things. Now, backhand. Then we question them. Never do someone you Roman for. No one don't have a battalion or per se, or Mugu anymore. You get it? It's the end of the day. That is how it is. They are when I category na mama fra. But here, Babuna is stronger than them. If you are a video, that's all the years.
From St. Mary's, Cassie. I'm also a media person, most of it, at a small department. Made any contribution. And I said, see, sometimes here programs you are live, it is recorded, you are now posting. But the pre-P, the only said, they are recording and posting. Say BP, ever movie not performer. It's not the can you cutting one of you, you really want one of you, not your posted your canal. They are recording not your posted your to your platforms. Now we have a short app store, they editing videos. You also be able to be here. Even to your download and your editors, then you post it. Because if you are Obikaya Alpha Sabano, that don't mean that you be can and also for Samba, we are the Catholic Church and assembly and people work at training power. Let me cite this example. And Jerry, one of the parishes, and I said, people who are sorry for one collection, you says, no, we also know where they and not more interrogating. Was a not a motor to know, be for the G, and yes, Bopa at the bottom. And that video was posted. And by church platform, so I said, I'm saying, and trending bar said, woman, sorry, and put Nipana Corona, Apple Corona. How should you post this? And your Corona, as movies are also a little by it. It's good to say, and then this seminar on asset trading in Amazon, we should know where we are coming from. You know, instead to say, we are cutting. I did be a real and trending bar. I did be a real and trending. Young Fasadi is now in my year, thank you.
I still need clarity on also, the last time video we got viral, some old women, I don't know, say, full and answer young boy. And now, I'm to die. This one, thou, F1, thou, you see, there is the way the old woman was acting to that music. You see, some people take inspiration for such videos. So you saying that we shouldn't post?
I've not seen that video, so I don't know how the old lady was reacting. No, to me. I'm saying, say, my me want to me, I will say. What's up, I was now? What's say? And you may be one man. I show you crying. Make us an I said, say, yeah, to know. Nasa me to be. Na me hear me hand, na me sana, I'm in that joyful mood now. Post it because Obi One. Obaka say, hey, Mammy, I bring one crown and you make it in the money, someone in your G. It's soon over there. It's soon over there. It's soon over there. Inspiration from a Suno. Hey, more happen. Hey, it's the lies. I said, it is good for you to post something that lifts the human dignity of somebody and not get. And whatever you are doing and you are posting, the psalm said, would I want to be seen on social media like this? Ask that question. So answer, I will say yes. I want to be seen. Mommy. We're so almost now they say no to social media. Don't post it. But one person in that low moment now. Don't do it to somebody's mom. Don't do it to somebody's father. Don't do it to somebody's wife. Don't do it to somebody's husband. But the money part, when mommy they say, I don't know, a brand. If you say, you say, I'm a round production, I'm nearly a brand. At 2 months now, what's it? It's the show of Sunday, you say, a challenge for bloggers. A challenge because all the people when views the brain. They're not open, but anything I see a woman and I said, communicators. Okay.
The second question.
Yes, sir.
So, like they are saying, say our church is one way, and I don't know how to put it.
It's a lie now. Bishop said 2 person can come and it's a lie now.
How is it? Let's say charismatic, where they are organizing some spiritual program, and you take content about it. And as part of the session, so maybe there's a deliverance session. Is it right to post such content also?
Ube blend pakone ni mu anase. Abra, ye body deliverance na. Body na free na. Every bitch be gaba no fiona. And na me ye mo na me ye say na me say. And I post in here. Question say Roman 4 yet said you to lie na. Yes, you was silent so ya do ma check ya. Ye need to morning, right? The face of that person must never be shown. The face of that person must never be shown. You can blur the face of that person. What they know much was it's whatever now nipa no manifest no. We are not hearing it. We are not seeing it. But we are just seeing that you are so far and say charismatic team members no. We are also doing something to let people know say we also have that gift. That's why they need to make a 7 posting. You can post it, but you don't show the face of the person. You don't let the manifestation come out.
Please, any question?
Chair, permission to continue certification from our sister Beatrice Skilgaba from Elmina.
Yes.
Mommy, I only heard for a few minutes. Thank you very, very much. Very, very much. Because I don't want to forget my questions when it reaches my turn. I'm here for only 1 hour. I'm not very well. I'm sick. Don't post that I'm sick. It must be true. Say the truth. I heard you. Must be verified. And therefore certified. Must promote peace, justice. Must be responsible. If it is not so, 1, is there any sanction against that person? 2, Facebook can now drop or eliminate violent content, offensive content. Why are the other social, what do you call yourself, social handles, social outlets, why are you not doing that? I don't know the vocabulary. The other ones, Twitter,
TikTok and
TikTok. Why are they not? Why are they not? 2, 3. How can a Catholic journalist, social media person, monetize a TikTok and Facebook and receive money when you come to a sacred space? We are celebrating mass, holy object, holy event, a pope, a bishop, all of you in a sacred space which is not ours, it belongs to God, and you put it on your monetized Facebook and you get money. Have you understood what it means? God has seen money selling a holy thing. Do you know that? That's my 3rd input. My 4th input. If somebody wants to give a rebuttal, you answer. He must see the priest, the church. Because among the 20 bishops, we have only one spokesperson. The president of the conference, Bishop Matthew Jemfi of Sunyane. When he said, then we can pick from what he said. So if we are all going to put on or put in rebuttals, I doubt it will be very difficult. Always seek it from a centralized point. Seek it from him. If he doesn't know the answer, he will ask me. If I don't know, I will ask the Bishop Prophet President. If he doesn't know, that's very simple, the culture. Bishop Matthew doesn't know, he will ask the Nuncio, our ambassador in Rome. If he doesn't know, he will ask the Pope. True, gospel truth. That's what the Catholic Church is. So we don't say that on the social media. We will follow the law. If the Pope doesn't know, don't laugh, it is true, we will prove our it. So the Holy Spirit inspires us. 4 contribute out of my way of questioning. I'm grateful for your input. Thank you very much.
Nana, I don't think I can answer most all of them though, but
It's only an input. So
it's an input, yes. Monetizing content of the church. It is not yours. It is for the church. But you monetize it and it's cannibal crowd sign fan whatever was or you can sign fan come. Your conscience should prick you. listen, it's a conscience thing. A conscience thing. Means me can say this or that. And Facebook, they are very strict on it. Maybe going forward, no, I think the other platforms will also be doing that because the people who are temper, very violent, they post a lot of, but it is allowed. It's once Facebook has picked it that they are trying to streamline the things you put there, and you said the others would also follow suit. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please, one more. Somebody whispered into my ears that I should ask you what are the ways to go through to be able to work with these media houses. So if you can help to answer. What the person needs to do to be able to go and join the media houses.
Say,
TV3.
Brian, now say what I said that for. All right, so you just need to go to school. Start kakra. On your diploma. Now oh yeah, now oh yeah, on your degree. This is now a sign school. You get it. It's not easy to get sebio some of these in the face of the people. Big media houses not to work with because of how difficult it is to get in. But you need to start from somewhere. I didn't just land with TV3. I started with Invisible FM as attachment. Small na kakra na nyame ya adom because school na mkoshe Capital Radio. And also I made it a point that whatever I'm asked to do, I'll do it and do it well. That is my principle. Journalism, for you to get somewhere, comes with the work that you've done, that people have studied you over a period of time. If we Capital no struggles na mu bia wo mama kamabra bo nsem ko she Metro TV ye bra pa, but I didn't look at the struggle, the little resources that was available to me, with no official vehicle, no personal vehicle, no office. My sister is there, so I will not lie. No office. Archbishop is here, I will not lie. No office. That time you need to be through for the appearance of power correspondent. Now, other media stations, no correspondent, but when you see TV3 correspondent, you see me. Because me here, Jumanona, Debbie, Kakraba, you think that in your struggle, people are not watching you, people are not listening to you. I got to TV3 without writing an application letter. And the grace of God and the favor that touched somebody. Maybe 3 or 4 scouts, someone provide reporter. They spoke to somebody that we need a female reporter in Ashanti region. The person just mentioned my name. So what baby I'm a brain man sure that I'm putting 3 page man. And no cry no one approaching me that they want me to work for them. I went to about 5 or 6 interview sessions. Management said, at that time they've not finalized the whatever. Sorry that I'm taking long, but I just want you to see why you need to. I have a project to work as a woman. Management, this is sign. Then Mr. Damo and the new management will say that you want to see who we want to employ. No matter you interview from Lebanese for Betrayal, Malaysia for Betrayal, Omunaba will come and interview you. And at last minute, when God says your time is up, your time is up. And I find me they ask that I should handle the programs and news. You can get there. Some people get it very easy. People also would have to struggle so that what you are brought by example the amount for. It's me Kasa baby. I'm so confident of myself because when you said I didn't get it on a silver platter. I worked to get my name. And then the mobile journalists and Ghana have Ashanti region there. They will not mention Ashanti region female journalists that they will not mention my name. It's by the grace of God and hard work, determination that
You can do it better, please. You can do it better. Thank you. Thank you. May the favor which located her locate you as well. Please, our next talk is from Mr. George Adam. Shall we please?
I'm seeing one of my colleagues here. And my senior is also at the high table, I'm sure they will correct me. I am also here to just add up to what my senior and my colleague has just taken you through. And say, may reference as Catholic media, and then I say, yes, so far, and they say, we are in one way or another being apostles of the church. Apostles not as in titles, but as in adjectives. So, because so in one way or another, we are projecting our church. And we are projecting our church not only to our church, but to the world. So not only to our members, but to the world, especially Omo NJ Catholic GDM. Any Omo Ehu yes no as you said probably say and I practice almost say Roman Apostle Negua. See a category. All of these are misconceptions and misinformation air travel into and they say you very shape the conceptions of the general public. Now all my Catholic somnasi through journalism or through our platforms. Okay, and Beatrice for ethics no more. One area I mentioned so many taking through news writing, so that near cost in parishes at least if it's natural be area far now be so what kind now what I. So that is just one thing I'm going to take us through. Now, briefly, how do we write a news item or a news story? So now it make sense. I will be able to also on what I say. In fact, Beatrice or I mean to say one area you face challenge by your news writing. So sometimes as news editor you have to rewrite a whole story. Sometimes you have to even suspend a certain story because of maybe the way almost thrown. And just a few moments, if I share quite many I sorry apostle, Father, I'm a homely. Father, I can't save you a homely no more. How do we turn it into a news item so that people can read about what Father preached about? Sorry. And now say, how do we turn it into a news item? So that is what we are going to do. Until we are sure say free hand, near to me actually be a far. Event here possible. Okay. Now in subsequent events or Yahoo program be able to me actually be a fact. Into news writing no quite fast actual news. Into local news portals now share stories about and yet that's simple, but it's also simple if only you follow the process. Now, meaning say if we are able to follow what we are going to go through by the end of the day, me actual news items at least it be meeting standard, whether for the church or whether for mainstream media. Yeah. So okay. Nti yɛwɔ nhyehyɛeɛ ne kwan a yɛfa so atwerɛ. Yɛdi nkan sɛ wopɛ sɛ yɛhunu deɛ ɛkɔ so at least somebody is asking obi twam wɔ ha krampo na ho sɛ afidie bi wɔ ha na kasa ɛkɔ so a obɛbisa sɛ dɛn na ɛkɔ so. So at least the first question obɛbisa deɛ what is happening or what's going on. Obebisa anameboa. So once we are writing no, adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ sɛ ɛba yɛsɛm a yɛtwerɛ mu ɛyɛ yes, what has happened or what is happening. So yɛsɛ yɛwɔ 5 W's ɛwɔ 1 each. Nti in any news item at least you must see some of these elements. Send a clear understanding of Adena Oyeno. So the first thing that should come to mind is what is happening. 5 each no na yɛkyerɛkyerɛ no. Nti yɛbɛwie no na yɛatumi answer deɛ nti a yɛwɔ ha. Na yɛbɛwie no na yɛnya a story from event a yɛyɛ. So Yebisa said, what is happening here? If somebody can answer me, a commodity, you know, na yati a quasi, near no say ABC, our corner. And then there also there were a hasty what is going on? What is happening here? Give it to me up why. Workshop. Yes, so we are having a media workshop and I will sanity and I will be about we never can. We are having a media workshop, so at least what me okay.
We are having a media workshop for all the Catholic churches in Kumasi and Diocese.
Okay, very good. And you know, yeah, media workshop for all Catholic media or newsmen or more various parishes, you know, so at least so we have answered one of the W's. Let's say your formula no 5 W's and 1 each. Not all the stories and I'll be in our room, but at least most of the stories you must find most of these questions answered. Once they are answered, your story will meet the standard, whether for the church or for any other. Say your newspaper, yes. So even with this, we can write for our newspaper for publication. Now, sorry, no, the organ and also say at least Master Diocese is also very, very important. So you answer one of the questions. The other question that we need to answer. And so Osha Bede, Yabisa de Ecosoha. Osha Bede, yes, 5 W's, 1 each. So what should be the next question to answer? Okay, so who, where, why, okay, when. Very good. And you know, we are asking all these questions. By the time I may answer all these questions, then we need a year story every. Now you're quite baby. Very simple. So, and you know, now that we have answered. So who is the story about? Okay, Who is the story about? Yes, any answer. Yehuno say Yebisa what is happening, what is going on. But after getting this question and answer, this answer now, you say each baku a who. So who is involved or who are involved? Who is or are involved? Yes.
It's about the media personnel in the church and their activity they activity.
Okay. So am I one of the who's? Any other? Who is involved or who are involved?
CAK media.
CAK media, good. So CAK media as organizers of this event, right? Then participants from the various parishes are also involved. Okay, so at least we have answered who is involved. So where is it taking place? Where is the event taking place? Event no cost. Where is it taking place?
So the social center of the Cathedral Basilica.
Okay, so it's taking place at the social center of the Basilica. Okay, so the next question we are going to answer is when. So the when involves what? Okay, so when is the event taking place? Okay, so we are saying that it is the date or sometimes the time if you may need it, but particularly yes, the date. Okay, so at least you know what is happening here. Can we add why? Why? I'm sure the chairman answered why, but can we recall why? Why is this event being organized? What do they want to achieve? Okay.
So to ensure that the media personnel or the bloggers in the various parishes adhere to the standards.
Okay. Yes.
The content we post on social media.
Okay.
The content we post on social media.
Okay. Any other?
For strengthening our media professionalism, political communication, content creation, effective use of the digital platform. Summary of it, as Ms. Beatrice can to know the ethics in communication. And I keep everything it's
Okay. So at least we know why. So they say at least entity kakra afa kwane be fa so aye adwuma no na yet me a projected the Catholic Church not only to members but to the world. And through this, share how we are going to write stories that will represent the Catholic Church. So, and yet how other people write their stories, so because they are much more into sensationalism. Say they now my boss Ekam, but we are not into sensationalism. Ours is to project the church in a manner that dignifies the Catholic Church. So whatever story that we write, we should ask ourselves, say, when it goes out, image being NRS Sunday, signal being NRS Sunday, and not should guide us when we are writing our stories. Enye baby a abonte controversy every here. But baby a betre asafono ginaye ɛbɛkyerɛ asɔre no gyidie mu yie ama obiara a ɔrekan na ɔwɔ misconception bi ɛfa asɔre no ho no ɔbɛsesa n'adwene. In a way, we are also using this medium to evangelize. So, because when people get to understand you, then they will get to know the entire way. Then they begin to have a change of mind. Now, all conception of exercise. So, human is very critical, very important. I don't think anyone said a did but mama share bloggers no na so people ebisa about blogging no de ho so abishin bia ni ono ane ho into the open bia no atro no de ato just to get views and get money, but no, not to get the views per se, but to get people to understand the Catholic Church. And not see select and say Catholic media, so that we are going out and change the misconception about the Catholic Church through our stories, through our newscasts. So that is what we are here for. Now, you told me sorry no, I didn't be a man for FI1. So I don't see any can say in one way or another, we are apostles of the church. We are sent out to project the church in the right image or manner. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. You know all the 5 W's. So we are going to ask how did it happen? Okay, how no? In most all, as I said, not all the stories end up in all the 5 W's and each way. So depending on the nature of the story. So can we have how in this instance? The how we woman
the stages of presentation. Madam the camera better about that and also about how to write the news. And this is the first one called yes.
Okay.
How and so we really have from research number one. Say because knowing our work, we project. I was expecting to see some sort of project and you asking, but there was nothing like that in Busan. I don't know the answer. It's the how we say is the seminar workshop theoretical or it involves practical.
Okay, so are we getting the how in this story? In this story, are we getting the how? Okay, so what we want to say, let me say, okay.
This is not really a contribution, but it's also a question because you are talking about news writing. So that how will it be in the context of news writing?
Yes.
So when you're saying how, I mean like how will the program go down in the context of news writing, or how will the story be seen once it is written?
Okay, so how you are writing a story of a Catholic media workshop. Okay, so you decide how did they organize the program? How did it go? How was the sequence like? In what manner did the event take place? So in what manner? In a year workshop. How was it arranged? Okay, so how is in the context of the story. So you can say yakunya story be a car accident. So So when you are writing such story, it's difficult to get the how unless it be an article only. Then I will describe how the accident happened to maybe the investigators and as the media practitioners. But unfortunately, if you get there and let's say all the people in the vehicle, there are no survivors. Also come now to be. So how are you going to describe how the accident happened? You can't get the how in such stories. So, but normally or mostly you get the how when you yourself is a witness to the event that is taking place. Then you can tell your readers how the event was organized. Patriotism. Okay. But as we go on, question you can ask, then we get answers. Okay. And we are going to write a story after this event. At least Yetime all these 5 W's. I'm the answers. So we are going to put them together and get our news story from this particular event before we leave here. Give it to me. Okay. Yes. Your story should be in order. As for the how, or as for the 5 W's, it's not follow necessarily in sequence. So the most important thing is at the end of the story, your story has answered the 5 W's in the story. So 5 W's the most important aspects of the story. So before your story ends, as I said, the most important aspects of the story. And son, our story not ended. So story not ended. Now I want to answer these important questions. It means there are question marks on your story, to your story. So, there is no special sequence, but at least in your first paragraph or opening paragraph or the lead, you should answer what is happening. You should answer who is involved. These 2 are very critical. At least in your opening paragraph, you should have them answered. Sometimes the word should be there. So all of this, lead, opening paragraph or the opening sentence. So that should answer these questions. But at the end of the day, we'll lead, answer these questions. Now, at least the subsequent paragraphs should tell us about these 5 W's and the 1 H. Okay. And you organize workshop at Catholic media. How do we frame this in a paragraph or in the lead? I let me answer at least most of these questions. Who is going to help us? Using the 5 W's and 1 H. How are we going to frame our lead or our opening paragraph? You say, yenya who, yenya where, yenya when, yenya why. So how do we frame it and make at least a standard news article for the opening sentence or opening paragraph or the lead? We lead the 5 W's we every year paragraph and as a sentence. How many so I am? What do we do? How do we do it? Anyhow, Catholic media organization ama personnel. Okay, inti why when you first framing I'm gonna pay at least a bit meaty standard. I've seen people writing, and I know say they are trying to at least put something down. So how do we frame our lead, our opening sentence? Yes, somebody at the back. We are going to write the story. Until every harmony I try a story maybe. So until we can be also try maybe. At the end, you said the stories will not be the same, but the import is going to be the same. So yes, my brother.
My name is Manuel.
Okay.
St. Christopher from the caption will be CAK Media organizes a workshop for its persons.
For its
personnel.
Okay. Okay, so that is a headline, right? Okay, right. Yeah, a headline. We'll be a headline. CAK Media organizes workshop for its personnel, its members. Okay, so at least headline.